Lesson 1. The beauty of small moments. One of the most beautiful things about Noah and Allie's relationship is how they cherished the small, seemingly insignificant moments. Whether it was a simple boat ride or dancing in an empty street, they found joy in life's little pleasures. This teaches us that love doesn't need grand gestures to be meaningful. It's often the quiet, everyday moments that become the most cherished memories. We need to remember to slow down and appreciate these small moments because they're the heart of true connection. Lesson 2. You won't always agree, and that's okay. Noah and Allie fought often. Their arguments were intense, but they didn't let them define their relationship. Every couple argues, but it's how you handle the disagreements that matters. They didn't walk away after a fight. Instead, they found a way to make up, forgive each other, and move forward stronger than before. Love doesn't mean never fighting. It means caring enough to resolve conflicts and not letting them tear you apart. Lesson 3. Love requires patience. Noah's patience was one of his defining qualities. He waited for years, hoping Allie would come back to him, and that patience paid off. Real love isn't rushed. It allows room for each person to grow at their own pace. This shows that love isn't just about passion, it's about understanding, patience, and trust. Sometimes life may pull you in different directions, but if the love is real, it can survive the wait. Lesson 4. The heart wants what it wants. Noah and Allie's love story is proof that love isn't always rational. It doesn't always make sense, and you can't control who you fall for. Their love defied social norms, family expectations, and even time. Love just happens, and sometimes it's better to embrace those feelings rather than overanalyze them. The Notebook reminds us to trust our hearts, even when logic tells us otherwise. Lesson 5. Real love endures time and distance. Noah and Allie were separated for years, but their love didn't fade. In fact, it grew stronger. This shows that true love isn't diminished by time or distance. Sometimes life takes us in different directions, but that doesn't mean the emotional connection disappears. If the bond is real, it will endure, no matter how far apart you are. Lesson 6. Take chances. Don't live with regret. Love can be terrifying. Putting your heart on the line is never easy, but as the Notebook shows us, it's better to take those chances than to live with regrets. Every relationship, whether successful or not, teaches us something valuable. It's okay to be scared, but don't let fear stop you from experiencing love. You'll never know what could have been unless you try. Lesson 7. Fight for what you love. Both Noah and Allie had to fight for their relationship. Their love faced opposition from society, family, and even their own fears, but they didn't give up. The Notebook teaches us that love isn't always easy. It's something you have to work for, and sometimes even fight for. If you truly love someone, don't let obstacles stand in your way. Lesson 8. Arguments happen, and that's normal. Disagreements are a natural part of any relationship. Noah and Allie had their fair share of arguments, but those disagreements didn't break them. In fact, the way they navigated their conflicts made their relationship stronger. The lesson here is that arguments don't spell disaster. It's okay to argue, as long as both partners are willing to resolve things and communicate openly. Lesson 9. Forgiveness is essential. Love isn't always perfect, and neither are we. The Notebook highlights the importance of forgiveness in a relationship. Both Noah and Allie made mistakes, but they didn't let those mistakes define their love. They were willing to forgive each other and move on. Forgiveness is vital if you want a relationship to survive the tough times. Lesson 10. True love is unconditional. One of the most heartwarming aspects of the Notebook is how Noah loved Allie without conditions. Even in her final years, when she didn't remember him, he stayed by her side. This teaches us that true love isn't about what you can get from someone. It's about being there for them, even when times get tough. It's about selflessness and commitment. Lesson 11. Vulnerability strengthens love. Noah and Allie weren't afraid to be vulnerable with each other. They opened up, shared their fears, their dreams, and their deepest emotions. Being vulnerable isn't easy, but it's essential for building trust and intimacy in a relationship. Vulnerability allows both partners to feel truly connected on an emotional level. Lesson 12. Cherish your time together. Noah and Allie made the most of every moment they had together. Life is unpredictable, and we never know how much time we'll have with the people we love. The Notebook reminds us to appreciate the time we have with our loved ones and make the most of it. In the end, it's those memories that we hold on to. Lesson 13. Love isn't always easy. The notebook beautifully illustrates this reality. Real relationships, like Noah and Allie's, are filled with challenges, disagreements, and moments of doubt. But what makes their love story stand out is their willingness to fight for each other, even when it would have been easier to walk away. They remind us that the strongest relationships are built not only on love and passion, but also on patience, effort, and perseverance. It's through navigating the rough patches and enduring the hardships that love deepens and grows. This lesson shows us that true love requires commitment, sacrifice, and resilience. There will be times when things feel difficult, when arguments arise, where life gets in the way, but the willingness to stay and work through the issues is what defines a lasting connection. Love isn't just about the good times, it's about how you handle the challenges together. When you're willing to put in the effort, the reward is a bond that's not only stronger, but also more meaningful. Before we dive into the quiz, I want to explain how you can use it to reflect on your own experiences with love. As we go through each question, choose your answer from options A, B, or C, and think about how your feelings and past relationships relate to the lessons we've discussed. You'll find out your result at the end of the quiz, which will give you a clearer understanding of whether you're experiencing true love in your life. Now let's get started. Ready? Go. Question 1. How do you handle disagreements with your partner? A. We avoid conflict and never really address issues. B. We argue but eventually talk it through and find a solution. C. We talk calmly and resolve things together. Question 2. Do you feel comfortable being vulnerable with your partner? A. Not really. I worry about being judged. B. Sometimes, but I hold back on certain things. C. Yes, I can be my true self without fear. Question 3. How does your partner make you feel in tough times? A. I often feel alone or unsupported. B. They try to help, but it's inconsistent. C. I feel understood, supported, and cared for. Question 4. Are you and your partner both committed to growing together? A. We're focused on our own goals separately. B. We support each other sometimes, but not always aligned. C. We constantly push each other to become better versions of ourselves. Question 5. How do you both show love in your everyday lives? A. It's mostly words, but little action. B. We show love occasionally, but not consistently. C. We express love through actions, support, and affection regularly. Time for the results. Mostly A's. It might be worth evaluating your relationship. While every relationship has its challenges, true love thrives on open communication, vulnerability, and mutual support. If you're finding yourself with mostly A's, consider what specific aspects of your relationship could be improved. Are there unresolved issues that need addressing? Are both partners feeling heard and valued? This could be an opportunity for honest conversations that strengthen your bond and bring clarity to your needs. Mostly B's. There's love, but there's room for growth. This indicates that while you and your partner care for each other, there are areas that need attention for the relationship to flourish. Focus on improving communication and emotional connection. Perhaps dedicate some time to discussing your feelings openly, sharing dreams, and working together on mutual goals. This can deepen your bond and enhance your understanding of one another, setting the foundation for a more fulfilling partnership. Mostly C's. You're on the path of true love. A strong relationship built on trust, vulnerability, and shared growth is a beautiful thing. If you scored mostly C's, it suggests that you and your partner are navigating the complexities of love with resilience and understanding. Keep nurturing this connection by continuing to communicate openly, explore new experiences together, and support each other's individual growth. This foundation will not only enrich your relationship, but also serve as a solid base for facing future challenges together.